3,000 years ago, deep in the heart of a vast and timeless jungle, where the sunlight dared not penetrate the dense canopy overhead, and where the air hung heavy with the scent of decay and the buzz of unseen insects, lived a tribe of humans. This was no ordinary tribe. These were the descendants of the first humans, the pioneers who had dared to venture into this uncharted wilderness and make it their home. They had tamed the wild with sheer willpower, their bodies bearing the scars of battles against venomous creatures and territorial rivals. This was the age before maps, the age when the wilderness was truly wild and the jungle was a living, breathing entity. But life in this primeval jungle was not for the faint of heart. It was a constant struggle against the elements and the creatures that shared their domain. There were deadly vipers lurking in the undergrowth, biting ants that could raise blisters on bare skin, and diseases that swept through the tribe like wildfire. And yet these humans survived, adapting and evolving with each passing season. One of the most daunting challenges they faced was the sheer density of the jungle itself. The canopies of trees were so thick that not even the slimmest ray of sunlight could pierce through, plunging the forest floor into eternal darkness. This meant that the tribe had to rely on their other senses to navigate the maze of trees. They learned to read the signs left by animals, the rustle of leaves, the snapping of twigs, the distant calls of birds. They used these clues to chart their way through the dense foliage, and so it was that the jungle became their teacher, shaping their senses and guiding their steps. As the years rolled by, the humans learned to harness the power of the jungle itself. They observed the patterns of animal behavior, the migration of birds, the habits of insects, and began to use this knowledge to their advantage. For instance, they noticed that certain berries, while poisonous to most animals, were safe for humans to consume. They also learned to identify edible plants and herbs, ensuring that they had a steady supply of food. Moreover, they understood the importance of respecting the balance of the jungle. They learned which trees to tap for their sap and which animals to hunt to keep their numbers in check. It was a delicate dance between humans and nature, a harmonious coexistence that allowed both to thrive. Yet life in the primeval jungle was not without its dangers. The tribe was constantly on guard against wild animals, some of which were not only dangerous, but also cunning. Take the jaguar, for example, a powerful predator that ruled the jungle with an iron paw. The humans had to learn to read the jaguar's movements, its stealthy gait, its piercing gaze, to anticipate its attacks and defend themselves. They developed weapons and tools, not just for hunting, but also for self-defense. Bows and arrows became their primary weapon, silent and deadly, perfect for the dense undergrowth. They also learned to use the natural environment to their advantage, setting traps and snares that caught the unwary predator off guard. Furthermore, the humans were not the only inhabitants of this primeval jungle. Other tribes existed, each vying for the best hunting grounds and the most resources. Conflicts were inevitable, and the humans had to learn to fight, not only against wild animals, but also against their own kind. Battles were fierce, fought with bows and arrows, spears and shields, with the victor claiming the spoils and the loser retreating into the unforgiving jungle. It was a harsh lesson in survival, a constant struggle for dominance. Despite the hardships and dangers, life in the primeval jungle was also full of wonders. The humans witnessed breathtaking sights, the vibrant colors of exotic birds, the graceful movements of monkeys, the sheer power of jaguars. They marveled at the intricate patterns of spiderwebs, the delicate beauty of flowers, the towering majesty of ancient trees. The jungle, in all its wildness, became their home, their source of food, their teacher, their adversary, and ultimately, their inspiration. And so it was that these early humans thrived in the primeval jungle. They learned to survive, adapt, and even flourish in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. Their story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, their ability to overcome adversity, and their capacity to forge a life in the most inhospitable of places. Yet the jungle had its own stories. stories whispered in the rustle of leaves, in the hoot of an owl, in the murmur of a stream. The ancient trees had seen countless seasons come and go, countless lives lived and lost. They had witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, the changing of the seasons, the ebb and flow of life. The jungle was a silent observer, a keeper of secrets. One of the most enduring legends of the primeval jungle was that of the lost city. Rumor had it that deep in the uncharted regions of the jungle, hidden beneath layers of foliage, lay the ruins of a great city. It was said to be the home of a powerful and advanced civilization that had mysteriously vanished centuries ago. Explorers had ventured into the heart of the jungle in search of this lost city, but none had ever returned to tell the tale. The jungle, it seemed, jealously guarded its secrets. Another legend spoke of a mystical creature that inhabited the deepest, darkest parts of the jungle, a creature so elusive and mysterious that many dismissed it as a mere myth. Some said it was a giant serpent with scales the color of emeralds, while others claimed it was a humanoid beast with eyes that glowed red in the darkness. It was said to be the guardian of the jungle, a symbol of its untamed spirit. Then there were the stories of the jungle spirits, malevolent beings that lurked in the shadows, waiting to prey on the unwary. Travelers spoke of eerie voices that echoed through the stillness of the night, of ghostly apparitions that appeared at the edge of their vision. The jungle, it seemed, was alive with spirits, both benign and malevolent. These legends and myths became an integral part of life in the primeval jungle. They were passed down through generations, shaping the beliefs and practices of the people who lived there. The stories of the lost city inspired explorers to venture into the unknown, while the tales of the jungle's mythical creatures served as cautionary reminders. The belief in the jungle spirits led to rituals and ceremonies designed to appease them, ensuring the safety and well-being of the tribe. In this primeval jungle, the line between reality and myth was often blurred. The dense foliage and eerie atmosphere created a sense of mystery and wonder, making it easy for legends to take root and flourish. The jungle, with its dense canopy and teeming wildlife, became a character in itself, a living, breathing entity that shaped the lives of those who lived within it. So, if you ever find yourself standing at the edge of a primeval jungle, where the sun struggles to penetrate the thick canopy and the air is thick with the sounds of the wild, remember that you are standing at the edge of a world untouched by modern life, a world where nature reigns supreme and where the boundaries of reality are forever blurred. Remember that within that emerald embrace lies a history stretching back thousands of years, a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity and the timeless allure of the wild.